being in a pandemic, I think we've all had a chance to think about a lot of things, being at home quite a bit or wherever we're at. But given today's environment, I feel like a lot of things have accelerated. Look at technology, for example, things that maybe were going to take 10 years for us to achieve, or companies and we all alike have been forced to accelerate that in a matter of months, right? So, and within the ESG sustainability world, are you seeing some similar trends happen, whether it's regards to real estate or anything else, as far as that acceleration of things taking place?
Well, so during this time, we do reach out to every company in our fund each year on a planned engagement. This year it will be net zero, but we postponed that given our current pandemic situation, and wanted to understand a handful of companies across a handful of sectors within real estate, what they were doing around COVID and how they were changing their policies or supporting different stakeholders that they interact with. So real estate primarily interacts with tenants, employees, and their communities in this frame. And so one of those things was, like, speaking of rapid change, was moving online, all work from home policies. So of course, many industries don't really support work from home, but this current situation made everyone work from home across the globe for the most part. We do hold companies across the globe, even a company in Hong Kong, they were working from home, and they admitted that they were not set up to work from home beforehand, and they had to get that IT support, the computers available, and additional mental support for their employees who were now dealing with the one issue is in Hong Kong, the way people live primarily is in smaller apartments. So being homebound for hours on end
with kids,
they did close their schools as well for some time. That is a mental support that the company was giving that hadn't been given before.
Yeah, I mean, working from home in a single family home, like a 2,000 square foot home or something, I think is vastly different than working from an 800 square foot apartment in a high rise, right?
Yeah, no, I think I can empathize with that. Having our daughter was crawling on my shoulders on several of these calls in the last 5-6 months. So she's gotten to know quite a few people during this time frame and understand what a computer is and a cell phone. So that's good or bad, but we'll find out in a few years, I guess.
But as Sarah was saying, that a lot of that focus of the companies on their tenants, right, which are their customers, on their employees, and on their communities, is really a focus on people. And this is a health crisis, right? So it's a human crisis, and the response has been appropriately human. And this feeds into a larger trend that was slowly gaining traction, which was the S in ESG, the social part, the people part, was always kind of the small letter in that triumvirate, right? It was, there's less robust data on it, and people paid less attention to it. And it was growing in importance, particularly in buildings, as more research came out that healthier buildings with better air quality and better natural light and things had better worker productivity, right? And now, of course, with with COVID, the focus is all on that, and so S has risen in importance within ESG. That was a trend that was happening before. This has definitely accelerated that.
For sure.